I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no hoe. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no killer, but don't push me, fingers itching on that pole.
What's good? It's your boy KFLeXin. I'm back here with another video, and today we figured out Jakeem is going to be out for the season. Another injury stacked on top of another injury on top of another injury for the Miami Dolphins. I already said the training staff for the Miami Dolphins need to be trained on how to train. You feel me? Like, because I don't know how everybody on this whole roster is now on injured reserve. I get it. A couple players like what's his name, Daniel Kilgore. He's a injury-prone history. Okay, we should have never even picked him up. But some of these players, such as Josh Sitton and things like that, who never really got injured, now all of a sudden they're injured. Danny Amendola was the real injury-prone person that we have, and he hasn't missed the game yet. So it just sucks that we that all these injuries are happening. And you know, Jakeem Grant, he's a good player, man. I will miss him. I will wish that Jakeem Grant are now out for season 2 of the people that, you know, y'all remember that high five against the Raiders? It was just like, those are two people that, it was a special moment, and now all of a sudden they're both out for season. We're 5-5. Change quick. But big picture thing, because this injury, like all these injuries for me, I'm looking at big picture, and these are just, they're terrible, because now everybody has excuses now, all right? And they might be valid excuses, but everybody has excuses. So Adam Gase will never get fired because, you know, and not saying he deserves to. We will never know if he's a fraud or not, at least not this season, because his whole team is injured. So, like, ask yourself this question. If you liked Adam Gase before the season started, do you still like him? Your answer is probably yes. If you hated Adam Gase before the season started, do you still hate him? Your answer is probably yes. You know why? Because now y'all have an excuse. Even if we go 6-10, right? We have an excuse. Oh, the whole team was injured. What are you talking about? Adam Gase is the GOAT. The whole team was injured. So we won't never figure nothing out this season because the whole team is injured. We can't get to the real root of the problems with the Miami Dolphins because the whole team is injured. That is terrible, because everybody's just going to say that the whole team is injured and that's why we're doing so bad, which might be the truth. Let me know if that's what you guys think. I think even with the healthy Dolphins that this team was in trouble regardless, okay? And I can give y'all details of why, and I'll do that later. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that we're not going to figure nothing out this season, okay? No matter how the season goes. Like I said, we could go 5-11, miss the rest of them, get blown out by the Bills, and all anybody going to say is because we're injured, right? So it's the same thing with Tannehill. Tannehill was supposed to play. We were supposed to be seeing right now if Tannehill was going to be our franchise quarterback, if Tannehill was going to be steadily improving. Instead, Tannehill can't stay on the field, so we can't figure out answers about Tannehill. And when Tannehill comes back, if he doesn't perform, guess what everybody's going to say? Oh, his receivers are injured. Bruh. Oh, the O-line is injured. What do you want him to do? That's exactly what everybody will say. We're never going to get answers. This was supposed to be the season, guys. If y'all remember, we had Gase's guys. He got rid of all the players, you know, all the other players. Got his own guys. This is Gase's people. This is Gase's team. This was supposed to be the season we figured everything out about this Adam Gase guy and this Ryan Tannehill guy. And unfortunately, injuries have made it to where we haven't figured out anything, and that's unfortunate because now we're going to have to wait till next season to figure out things. Never mind that even when we had a generally healthy team, let's say before Tannehill got hurt, we had a generally healthy team with Tannehill those first 5 games. Obviously, Josh Sitton was out. Obviously, we had a few injuries on. But our offense, we had Albert Wilson, okay? Had Jakeem Grant. We had, you know, our receivers. We had our running backs. And in those first 5 games, it wasn't like our offense was explosive, okay? And I think people forget that. Just because our offense sucks now with Brock Osweiler, y'all forget it wasn't good with Tannehill either. Let's be honest. Take away that Raiders game. You can say that Raiders game against the worst team in the league, the Raiders. That was a good offensive game for the Miami Dolphins. Name another offensive game that we played well in. I'll wait. Out of the first 4 games, let me think. The Jets we scored 20 on. Okay, is that good? We were averaging. If you want to be technical, we're averaging more points with Brock Osweiler than we was averaging with Tannehill. All right, that's just a fact. Okay, listen, it's barely a little bit more. It's like the same almost, but it's barely a little more with Brock Osweiler. Now, I obviously know Brock Osweiler is worse than Tannehill. I'm just saying this offense wasn't really running that smoothly with Tannehill. All right. We forget because we haven't seen them in a couple of months, and just because we went 3-0, no, we went 3-0 because our defense. All right, if you want to be technical, we had the most interceptions in the league. All right, like I said, we only been scoring about like 20 points on offense every game. Let's just go over some of the games. We scored 27 on Tennessee, which we had a kick return in, so we really scored like 20 on offense. Against the Jets, we scored 20 on offense. Against the Cincinnati Bengals, we only scored 17. I think we had a kick return over that game. Maybe it was 17, but it was on offense. And then our offense ended up losing us the game, right? Against the Patriots, we only scored 7 points and Tannehill only threw 100 yards. Like, people forget that our offense wasn't running smoothly with Tannehill. So I already know people are gonna use crazy excuses like, oh, Tannehill got hurt, that's why our offense looked sorry. Let's be honest here. When has our offense looked good this year, except for against the Raiders, and then against the Bears, our offense looked pretty good, but that was with Brock Osweiler. Let's be honest. How many good offensive games have the Miami Dolphins had this season? Not a lot. And then, I don't care who was that quarterback. We haven't had a lot of good offensive games, okay? Hate or love Matt Burke. Matt Burke was winning us games at the beginning of the season. As a period, Matt Burke's defense was winning us games at the beginning of the season. All right? That's a fact. Our turnover differential was crazy. That's the truth of it, okay? But people are going to ignore that and just blame injuries and act like our offense is still high-powered or something. Like I said, y'all can tell me when has our offense been high-powered this season besides against the Raiders, okay, which we scored 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter, and besides against the Bears. Y'all tell me when our offense has just been great, you know? Let me know. So I think it's deeper than the injuries, me personally. I think, you know what I'm saying, I don't like the way Adam Gase been doing things, okay? One thing I like is that at least when he got rid of everybody, he got rid of all the contracts too. We don't have no crazy contracts on our team besides picking up Robert Quinn, which was terrible. But we don't have that many crazy contracts on our team. I'm just glad that, you know, if he goes or when he goes, that we won't have any crazy ass contracts that he bought here, which hopefully he don't do none of that this offseason, because I do not believe he will get fired this season just based off all the injuries. So I will say that. And I like how he brought in Frank Gore, Danny Amendola, the people who, like veterans, to teach the young guys. I do like that as well. But for the most part, y'all know I hated a lot of moves that he made this offseason, and unfortunately, we're not going to get an answer to them because most of our roster is hurt. So that's always going to be an excuse, and it's a valid excuse. It's hard to win, especially last week. Both our tackles gone. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to win NFL games when you have this much injury. So I'm not saying that the excuse is invalid. It's a valid excuse. But it's an excuse nonetheless, and as long as everybody's injured, we're never gonna find out anything in Dolphins Nation, which honestly just sucks. Like, I want to know, hey, if Adam Gase put together this and it's amazing, I want to know that. If Adam Gase put together this and it's trash, I want to know that. Okay, I think that what he put together is trash, but I don't know that because everybody's hurt, so we can never tell, and we're always gonna just have these excuses, and you know, for at least another year, we're gonna be dealing with this same team. So Jakeem Grant, man, get better soon. Everybody that's on injured reserve at this point, I can't even name all y'all because there's so many of y'all on the list. All right, hope everybody gets better soon. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, all the 7 kind of ways. Your boy KFLeXin. I'm out. By the way, the Colts. Anybody that thought that game was gonna be easy, like me, probably before the season started, yeah, Andrew Lucky's back and he getting surgical, so that game is gonna be hard. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.